Hello, welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress.
This is Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Brought to you by Leading Lights, LLC.
Hello, welcome back everyone to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Once again, I'm Cecil Cunningham, and today I'm joined by the Blazing Muskets, Sam Lattof. What's going on, Sam?
Doing good, Cecil. Glad to be back on. I mean, great to be here after a Revolution win, but great to be back.
Yeah, you're the most, you've been on the podcast the most as a guest, which is fantastic. We love having you on. Today we got another, like you said, Revolution win to go through, and also a U.S. Open Cup match midweek, which actually happens tomorrow when we're recording this. So we'll check out how that may go against RIFC. And let's just get right into it. Thanks, Leading Lights, for sponsoring, and let's do it. We won 1-0 against DC United on Saturday. There's not much to complain about. The Revs are doing great at home. Foxboro's Fortress is alive. It's making me happy. It's truly, really, it's good to see multiple wins in a row, and just like it, you forget what this feeling feels like after the Caleb Porter era. And I was saying, like, it feels weird to hear myself say another Revs win after how long it's been since being able to say that. It's been a minute. So it actually wasn't that big of a game in terms of overall action. You had yourself a 35th minute goal of Alhassan Yusuf. My guy, Alhassan Yusuf, love the guy. And then you got Dor Terjman assisting that. Dor Terjman, I felt he was working hard. So did my dad. So did everybody. This dude, I thought he deserved a goal. Like,
He almost could have had a goal. I think, if you go back onto the Yusuf goal, I mean, I would have loved for him to just, chest it down, take it himself. But it ended up working out well. But definitely put in a shift. And I mean, maybe you could have put in someone like Marco Zambrano, but definitely hard earned 3 points for the Revs and hard working 90 minutes for Dor Turgeman.
yeah, he had himself. He was just like he was busting out there. He was close. And I really want him to get that goal. He got that assist. Really happy for him. But like, man, I want to see himself. I want to see him get a goal. Would have made it 2-0 if he gets it later in the match. But Peyton Miller, unfortunately, he comes in and he has to exit. You got to feel for the guy. He's coming off of an injury. He's building up, and then he's got to come off. Like, that's I really hope he gets going at some point this year. He got the goal early on this year against Cincinnati. You got to hope that he can overcome these injuries he's had in his young career. He's, what, 18 still? Like, you got to hope he can still improve and, like, get back on his feet, because these consistent injuries to start the seasons that he's played in, you got to hope that this isn't something that'll continue happening.
Well, luckily, Cecil, I got some good news for you. Michael Morris told us after the game, essentially, yeah, Peyton Miller got hit in the groin, and they were looking to bring in Eric Klein, and so they were just like, "Hey, we'll just take you out, so you don't have to suffer through this." Essentially, to put it in the most calmest of terms. So I imagine he'll be fine. I don't think he'll miss any time. So, looks like at least for now, a crisis averted. But like you said, Miller has struggled with injuries, so when we saw him come out, definitely was very nerve-wracking, but appears it was very precautionary, rather than, actual concern for anything. So, it'll be interesting to see. This Rhode Island FC match could even be a match where he potentially gets a start just to build up some minutes. But glad to report he should be all right.
That'd be terrific. I saw him laying down. He comes off. He's laying down. I'm in 101. So like direct sight line through the bench line, and you see him just like laying down, like head in hands. Like he was just like, oh, you got to feel for the guy. Uh, Eric Klein put in the wing for those last few minutes. I thought that was fun. CDMs,
Yeah,
CDMs to wingers. I guess that's the move from now on.
I guess so. I guess so. Worked out for Yusuf, but I mean, Eric Klein's hopefully someone who should get a start against Rhode Island FC, and hopefully we get to see a few more of the younger guys. But was happy to see him get some minutes with the first team. And I mean, you already touched on Yusuf. I just want to touch on him again. Just great game for him, whether it's his ability to find the back of the net or just his overall work rate. So I was really impressed with him, and I mean seems like we're getting to the point where he just has to be in the starting 11 with just how good he's been performing, whether it's out on the wing or whether it's or maybe playing more of a central role. I just think Yusuf has to get into the starting 11.
Yeah, he's always going to be in there somewhere. You said his work rate, his work ethic, really everything there. He is truly the guy that's working the hardest everywhere. You saw Dortmund doing great stuff yesterday, but Yusuf seems to always be running, always in the right spot. I call him Mr. Consistent. He really is. He's always doing the right thing. He's had down games, but seemingly doing he's never in the wrong spot, like I could say about another Revolution CDM, sprinting up the pitch when it's just like I see Jackson Newell was half the time like bolting up the pitch for no apparent reason and nothing forms. And now he has to track back. I don't understand that. Anyways, we got some one good, one bad here. Have a few options here. I like our I'll continue saying it. We managed to retain Ceballos, and our back line continues to hold strong. If we don't retain Ceballos, I haven't said this yet, we end up starting Ethan Kohler or Tanner Beeson at center back. And Raphael broke Tanner Beeson's spirits last time at the Revs Day on the pitch. It wasn't on the pitch. It was like in the concourse. And he said, get better. And this is an ongoing joke. Get better. Because at that time he had his head in cast.
Yeah, yeah,
He didn't specify it. He said, get better. And it just kind of hung in the air. Decent silence between Jackson Yule, myself, Raphael Babchuk, and Tanner Beeson. Just silence hung in the air. And then Raf's like, your arm, your arm. And you're like, oh, oh, oh. And then I'm pretty sure Tanner Beeson has not had a good game since that moment. So I'm pretty sure we can all chalk it down to Raphael Babchuk breaking Tanner Beeson. And we will leave it at that.
yeah. That's I've definitely had a similar foot in the mouth moments, but I mean, I'm one good. Like I said, I think I have to give it to Yusuf, just his overall performance. Again, beyond the goal, just his ability to defend, hearing from guys like Will Sands about how he makes their lives so much easier when he's kind of, whether he's playing on the wing or playing as a central midfielder. I was really impressed with his performance. So if I got to give one good, definitely would say Yusuf. And if I have to give one bad, I don't know, man. I really appreciate George Hergman's ability to work hard and ability to win duels. He like does all the dirty work like so well. Um, but I just wish he would have a bit more of that goal scoring ability. I think obviously had a great start to his career in New England. Obviously, had a decent start to the season, but has really kind of fallen off a little bit in terms of his goal scoring and offensive production. I mean, I think Will Sands probably had the play of that goal in terms of the ability he had, and again would have liked to see Turgeon actually take that shot, but unfortunately it worked out for Yusuf getting on to the end of it. But hopefully we can start to see Turgeon come to his own form. I mean, Leo Campana is still hurt. Zambrano doesn't appear to be someone who's gonna get a whole lot of minutes for the first team, at least with how it's looked so far. Jaden Dawes still kind of a young developing player. It's really going to come down to Dort Turgeon, and so far, there's been scoring elsewhere on the pitch. But if that starts to dry up, the New Revolution could be in trouble if Dort Turgeon continues to struggle to find back on it.
Yeah, it's you got to see more. We brought in. I wrote an article. I wanted to see Corey Byard signed as a free agent. He's a veteran. We had a 26-year-old Campana and a 24-year-old or 20. Wow, no, he's like 22. Dortmund's like young still. Hard to
Yeah,
wrap my head around that. Doesn't feel that young, honestly. But like Corey Barnes, he's 30. And he's scored goals in the league before. But instead, I wrote that article on a bunch of sticky notes. By the way, that's one of my most impressive feats. I wrote that
That is.
while taking MCAS in school, and then I got out and we signed Marco Sembrano, like making that half the article just whatever. Still posted it because I worked hard on it and I'm impressed by my feat. But Marco Sembrano, you bring him up, and I'm not hoping big things for him. I'm obviously hoping the best, but he's a guy who played under Marco. He's a Marco disciple, and then you've got he's never like played for the RSL first team. He's just bounced around like the B team and the US youth teams. He hasn't done anything to show me he's first team level. So I don't like we don't really get to see him with Revs too, as we've got, like you said, Jaden Da who's going down there. You also got Miles Morgan down there. And I wonder what the look is between Miles Morgan and Marco Sembrano. And like, I wonder who is going to end up. I feel like those three guys right there have it are the in that conversation of who's starting tomorrow at striker. I want to see what Miles Morgan can do with like some bigger names around him. He's coming over from the Canadian Premier League, not the greatest league in the world, but like top division Canada. It's Canada. I'm not gonna like discount that, but like I'd like to see him with like give him like an opportunity. Make him Sherrod George for a game. Do that. Like I wanna see what he's about. I also want to see Diego Fagundes play again. That'd be fantastic. We only got 11 shots for the Revs. Revs 2 is getting like 20 shots a game. I don't what is the difference in play style between Revs 2 and the first team that's causing a difference in shots there?
I wonder if it's just the kind of type of players and the opposition that you're going up against. I think, if you maybe have a younger player, some academy guys, there might be a quicker trigger finger. If you say, if you have a guy like Ortega and Leo Campana, Carlos Gil, maybe they're looking to be a little bit more precise, a little bit more, uh, just take a little bit more time, be a little bit more patient. So I wonder, if that could be it. But, also too, I think there's the ability for some more scoring chances and a more free-flowing game when you are playing in MLS Next Pro. So that'd be the case. But I mean, so far, Pablo Murray has seemingly done a pretty good job. Been impressed with what he's been able to do. I know you had Josh Nye on there uh, on the show. He does a great job covering refs too, so that's how I get my dose of the team. And he's had great things to say about him and the overall squad. And you mentioned Morgan. I really think it might be as simple as a potential roster issue. With him, I believe, being Canadian, having to figure all the roster spots out. If he is able to feature in the Open Cup, would love for him, whether it's off the bench or, starting. I would imagine that Zambrano gets a start, just considering the amount of rotation I expect to see. And it'll be a big moment for him. I know Zambrano actually, if remembering correctly, either, in the most recent game or the previous game, was able to get a free kick, and looked pretty impressive. So it would be great for him to get some first team experience.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. We got five aside. One of them isn't here. Cam, he picked first. He had himself Turner, Ceballos, Yusuf, Baribo, who didn't play. That was good. Glad to obviously injury. Don't love to see that, but for the rep's sake, I'm happy with that. And finally, he captain Turner. He ends up with a 6.52, and I win my first five aside of the year. I improved to 1-5. Haven't had the hottest start, but Johnson, Fofana, Keel, Langoni, and Thurgeman, they get me a 7.38. I end up taking one, which is fantastic. I'm buzzing. The computer, obviously, as every time, blows us out of the water. 8.18 with this is if someone picks the best squad possible. Turner, Bios, Yusuf, Tershman, Hill, Captain Yusuf. That's an 8.18. That's just ridiculous. And also, love to see it. This is kind of the main point of that. All Revs. It's like the third time this year or something like that. I'm happy to see it. I'll move down to man of the match. Al Hassan Yusuf, without a doubt. His work ethic, we've been saying it. He's my guy. Someone roll the clip. I love Foxboro's Fortress. Roll the clip. It's somewhere. It's like the
Yeah,
first.
nah, it's gotta be Yusuf. I'll give an honorable mention, just to Matt Turner for that late save he had, which I think I looked it up and it was somehow only like a point 0.2 XG, and I mean that seemed like it was going to be a really good goal, and I thought Turner made a great save, so I expected it to be higher. But honorable mention for man of the match has to go to Matt Turner.
Yeah. I'm giving my man of the match to Yusuf, and then honorable mention to Turgeman. And also Reigns. I feel like he had his best game as a Rev. He hasn't had the hottest start, but he actually had a decent game. He wasn't bad by any means. He didn't have any flashy moments, but it was his best game, in my opinion, of his in a Rev shirt to date. Uh, yeah. Um. Also, I've given up on expected goals. It's a weird stat, and I've given up on it. After a year of running this podcast, I've realized that it doesn't make any sense. DC had a basically one, and we had like point 0.8. We won the game, so I've given up on that stat completely. Expected goals on target, it's a little bit more respectable, but like still, I've just given up on that stat completely because it has zero standing in my opinion. Neither of me and Cam's predictions were right. Um, Current tally. This is gonna change very very soon because we have Sam on today, coming the first guest to take part in a Fortress 5 aside. I'm 1-5. Cam's 3-1. Raphael's currently the only one who's undefeated at 2-0. But Sam, you could very well change that this coming week. It's going to be a tough one, though, because we play RIFC and we have no idea who's starting. So this is going to be a fun 5 aside to make. With that, though, I've got really nothing else. We won a game, another one, and another one at home. That's 3 at home. We keep playing at home except for this week because we're at home in Rhode Island, I guess. That's a weird one to say, but hey, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Yeah,
And
man, can't wait for that home Revs game in Centerville Bank Stadium.
how many Revs fans, honestly, like, is RFC gonna have to like have a small section of their own fans, or is that just like are people just gonna buy like a ton of tickets and like it's just gonna be an RFC home game with the Revs as the listed home team? I'm guessing that's how it's gonna go.
I'll give it like 60-40, maybe 70-30, with Rhode Island FC fans probably being the prevailing.
Yeah, I'd say great. With that, I'll send it over to Leading Lights LC, sponsor the podcast.
Unlock the power of your platform data with Leading Lights, experts in transforming raw numbers into compelling benchmarks. Leading Lights helps a variety of companies turn insights into engaging stories that drive growth. Elevate your brand with data-driven content that captivates your audience and sets you apart from the competition with Leading Lights. Visit their website at leadinglights.io to see how you can transform your platform data.
Hey, hello, welcome back, everyone, to Foxboro's Fortress, your home for all the latest on the New England Revolution. Once again, Cecil kind of here, Sam on the other side. We play RIFC midweek, and by midweek, I mean Tuesday. It's not midweek. Wednesday is midweek. I've up until 2 hours before recording this, I thought it was on Wednesday, and then I was sitting in the car on the ride home, and like, hey, that's apparently not then. Wait a second now. I was planning to record tomorrow, and that just was not the case because it happens to be I was planning to record an hour after the match started. So the match would be like 60 to like less than 60 through, and I was planning on recording. And I was like, I don't have a co-host. And then I was trying to reach out to people. I'm like, oh wait, they're all trying to watch the game. I need to watch that game. So here we are. RFC currently sit 11th in the USL Eastern Conference. They beat Hartford and CD Bayanense. I don't know if I got that right.
I think that was a great pronunciation. I think you might have nailed it.
We'll take it. The N, there's like an L for some reason. Bayanense, we'll call it. They beat those two teams to get here. They have former Revs in Haribo, Anking, who I believe is injured, and then Bang, who played in the academy. And also CJ Williams. I think his first name's Calvin. Calvin. CJ Williams, former BC Eagles, go Eagles, and former Revolution Super Draft pick. And we play them on Tuesday. It's going to be a heavily rotated lineup. That's just how the Revs do things in the Open Cup. Question is, who will start? And this is where it comes in. We have a five-a-side to go through. This is going to be fantastic because the amount of zeros I'm expecting is far higher than anything we've ever done before. Week 1, we had a lot of zeros because we started like Joe Willis and like a few other guys who just didn't play. And now we get the chance to see even more. I'm going to do a quick research. Who did RIFC start in their last cup match? They start
Last cup match. No, last cup match is difficult.
last cup match. They actually started most of their starters. They just started Atkinson,
Yeah.
Gardena, and Bang. Um, what are the thoughts on Augustin Rodriguez, who they brought over from Lannis on loan? Lannis.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Uh,
Augusto Rodriguez, definitely very talented. I mean, JJ Williams, up top seems to be doing well. I was really impressed watching over the highlights, seeing Aldair Sanchez, the goal that he was able to score. And I think obviously, looking backwards, you know, I would Koke Vegas is definitely a top tier goalkeeper. So depending on who the Revs run out, it could definitely be a difficult match.
yeah, without a doubt. Like I don't want to go one and done in the cup. That'd be awful. I don't want to go one and done in the cup. But Sam, I was saying earlier, you get the short end of the stick for five-a-side because I end up flip flopping, and unfortunately Cam picked first last time, so that means you get a short end of the stick this time. Once again, we pick goalkeeper, midfielder, defender, goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward, and extra. We captain one of those guys who gets a +1, and that's our main guy to watch. We pick guys from both teams. This should be a fun one. Now, I believe it was obviously it's going to be Josh Nye who posted this. You've got Parisian who didn't play. You've got uh, McIntosh who didn't play. There's one more guy that didn't play for our Revs too yesterday. I can't remember.
I believe Eric Klein didn't play.
Eric Klein
Um,
first team, and he didn't end up playing for Revs too. They run like street clothes on the side.
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't remember the third name. But going back to Revs 2's last match, which was yesterday, we're recording it. Man United also just scored. It's 2-1 leads with Man United having a red card. Little score update for you. Um, Also, by the way, Red Bull 2's goalkeeper got a red yesterday. I was surprised at that. So it was actually a very like rotated lineup for Revs 2. Um, but I'll make my first pick, and you know, I want he's gonna start. I want to see how he does. Give me RFC's Williams, JJ Williams. He's their guy. They had Albert Deco. I don't know if they still have him. They had him at one point. I think they let
He's over in Pittsburgh now.
good for him. Um, better than let him go. But yeah, JJ
Oh,
Williams.
interesting pick. Interesting pick. I'll just get the goalkeeper out of the way. Give me Donovan Parisian.
Not a bad pick. And you also it's a snake draft, so you actually get another pick.
Oh, this is even better. Um, give me give me Andrew Farrell.
That's actually not a bad pick. I love that. I love Ender Farrell. I feel like his was like the second highest. Last I checked, the second highest bid for a um, Olivia Knighton Foundation jersey.
Yeah, they got some high bids up there.
Yeah, they've got. I haven't checked in previous years, but they got some numbers. Um, I don't think we'll see Will Sands, although I feel like if Peyton was starting all year, we'd see Will Sands 100%.
Definitely.
So I'll get my goalkeeper out of the way. Give me uh, it's just Vegas.
Okay, Vegas, nice pick.
Good for him. He's a class keeper down in USL. It's our time. I brought this out once on the podcast, I believe. It was with Josh. We brought up the Chattanooga keeper who's 40. That annoys me to a very high level. Please never come near me. Just find us a home and like just don't be an MLS next pro.
Exactly.
Find yourself a home in USL. Like he could fit into quite a few squads, but like you're in MLS Next Pro as a as a 43 or something like that. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it was crazy.
I'll get my defender for my second pick. Give me McIntosh. McIntosh. I always say it wrong. McIntosh. He sat out last match for RFC for Revs 2, and I'm prepared for him to start. It's your pick, Sam.
Oh, I don't know if you did. I think you probably qualify as an attacker. It might be Monday when we're recording, but I'm gonna say it's Friday, baby. Give me Malcolm Fry.
Go right, all right. Do you want him in your attacker spot or your midfield spot?
I feel like I should put him in my attacker spot.
Go for it. Malcolm Fry. It's bad time. Um, yeah, I know who I want at midfield, but I don't know if he'll play. And I don't know what the roster rules are. We sold his spot, the Devil in like Austin. That was a weird. That was weird when we sent him down to RFC. Then we not RFC. Keep saying it. Sent him down to Revs 2, and then we sold the spot. It's down on Europe, but I don't know if he'll play because he played for Revs 2 last time out. So it's gonna be. I have my midfield on my extra spot. Oh wait, you have another pick. What am I doing? It's a snake draft.
I was gonna say I was gonna let you go to, so you could have taken it, but
No, I was bad one. I was like, wait,
I will I will. You give me, you know, I hope he does end up playing. Give me Eric Klein in the midfield.
go for it. Eric Klein, big fan of him. He follows the Fortress account, so appreciate you. He didn't play yesterday, to my knowledge. Yeah. To my knowledge, he didn't play. He might have played. Doesn't look like he played. I thought I saw him on the
Yeah,
bench. No. Give me Oliveira, my midfield spot.
I feel like I just complete like I had a plan and I was gonna take way more Rhode Island FC players, and I just completely neglected to do that. Clearly,
Nice.
uh, I am going to take. You took Williams. Give me Alder
What do you
Sanchez.
mean? Hold on, it's my pick again. What's happening?
Oh no! Oh no! Now you know. Now you know who I.
I
Now you
didn't
know
even
who I
hear
want.
you. I cut you off beforehand. I'm not gonna cheat like that. I'm not that evil.
So who
But
you going for?
I'm I mentioned him earlier. There's two guys in between. Frank Darce and Augustin Rodriguez. I'm gonna go for him. I'm excited. I want to see what he can do. Rodriguez. I didn't spell it right. I put a equal sign in the middle of the name.
Then yeah, man, you were very kind. You did not take who I was going to take. Give me Alder Sanchez.
You mentioned him earlier. I'm like spelling zero names right. This is fantastic.
Hey
Well,
man,
well,
it's all about
I
it's
can
all
read.
about.
That's all that matters. Oh, there's Sanchez. He's had himself a year so far. I'm not can't even like be mad about it so far. He's had himself a great year so far. 4 matches, 1 goal, and he also scored in the cup. What else can you ask, really? He's been fantastic down there. Um, and so now it's time for another fun part. It's predictions. Nobody knows who's going to do anything. So, give me the Revs are not going to go one and done in the cup. 2-1 New England.
Oh, see, so that's exactly what I was going to say.
Now the scores. Here's where it gets interesting. Williams is going to score in the 24th for our
Oh, wow.
RFC is going to lead until halftime. It's going to be 1-0 RFC going into half. Before you have yourself, give me an all. By the way, Cam was writing his Oliveira signing to the first team article, I learned that Oliveira, there's an I in between the E and the
Yes,
R. Did
that's
not realize
correct.
that, I apparently have been spelling it wrong the entire time. I think I spelled it wrong in the graphic. Or I might have fixed it just in time. I can't remember. But yeah, Oliveira's going to score in the 52nd. And to follow that up, Malcolm Fry is going to put it home in the 60, 65th. 2-1 Revs. There we go.
All right, all right. I will up it to add some spice to it. Give me 3-1 Revs.
For New England.
I'll take a Marco Zambrano goal in the 37th minute.
I like how neither of us picked it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, Trey.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
What'd you say
I'll
for minute?
take huh?
What'd you say for minute on the Zambrano goal?
37th.
37th. Sick.
Then give me a nice JJ Williams goal in the 51st.
53rd. So it's 1-0 Revs at the half.
Then give me a Malcolm Fry goal in the 63rd minute.
In the win.
63rd.
63rd. 10 minutes later.
And then give me give me a hey no, I take that back. You didn't hear that.
Mm.
Give me an Andrew goal in that 90th minute.
Go right for it. I'm all for that. I need to see it. Everyone needs to see it. The world needs to see it. Even Red Bull fans, after taking away his goal that one time, need to see it.
Yep.
Yeah. We got 2-1 Revs and 3-1 Revs. Revs progress in the Open Cup. According to me and Sam, we got ourselves some solid squads. Will Sam be the first guest to go undefeated on Foxboro's five-side, or will he start winless and possibly even end winless, depending on how the season goes?
Very well. Could
It
be.
it, it depends on. It's a flippable coin at this point. But with that, that's it for us today. Make sure you're following on X and Instagram at Foxboro's Fortress. Make sure you're catching Sam on both. Sam's doing some great stuff. The Blazing Musket's doing some great stuff. So make sure to check both of those guys out. They're incredible. Really, we love having Sam on. We love having all those guys on. They do amazing stuff. Love them over there. Make sure you're following on whatever platform you're on, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Make sure to be over there following. Make sure to check out Foxborough's Fortress on Medium, where I'm writing articles under my name. I write a ton of stuff over there. Thanks, Leading Lights LLC, once again. I was not going to forget it, but I was going to forget it. Viking Sports sponsoring the five-a-side as always. Next episode, it's a toss-up because we might do one later this week. We might do one later. Who knows at this point? But that's really it. Sam, as the guest, you get the line of This Was Foxborough's Fortress. Are you ready?
This was Foxborough Fortress, and you talked about this, Cecil. I love your mom.